Good evening.
Hi.
Welcome. Hi, my name's Barry.
MJ.
And together we are Mitosu Crafts.
Yes. Welcome to our channel. We're independent Stampin Up demonstrators based in the UK. So if you live in the UK, France, Germany, Austria, or the Netherlands, you'll be able to purchase current Stampin Up products from our online shop. Do use the current host code, which can be found on our website at mitosocrafts.com to receive a handmade card from us the following month, or any extra gifts if your order qualifies in the form of free gems, a pack of gems or pearls, and exclusive tutorial bundles designed by the Stamping Glam Squad, as well as the Global Creative Project. If you are enjoying yourself, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and consider subscribing to our channel to have more card making papercraft inspiration using Stampin' Up products throughout the weeks, as we do a couple of live streams as well as Funful Fridays. Designed by Harry.
You're waiting for me. Funful Friday.
Yes, and we also give away our handmade card that we create during our live. So before we do the random draw for this card, the how not to use press and seal.
Yes. If you watched that last video, I do apologise, but I hope you found it funny. It was rather interesting. Yes, I think we're going to retitle it "How Not to Use Press and Seal," and see who watches it. So yeah, but no, we're going to do that, and I know that there's one person in particular who would really like it.
Yeah.
So I wonder whether or not Sherry is going to win it tonight. It'd be interesting, wouldn't it?
Fingers crossed, Sherry.
So are we going to do the draw right now?
No, we'll say hello first.
Okay.
Yes. So we'll say
We've
hello.
had a busy day today. We've been out today and we got wet and we're soggy and we're a bit tired. So
it's been cold. I've got like jumper under my hoodie. So yes, so we have Steph, Anne, Angelina, Karen, Mandy, Betty, Sandra, hello, Christine, and Sandra BL, Maureen, Linda, Julie, Judy, Donna, Connie, Angela, and Deborah. Thank you so much for joining us. And
Lovely.
Yes, you'll be put into the random draw.
Yes, Mandy is admiring our new haircut.
Yes.
We scalped each other. Straight over. Got the clippers out.
Yes, it was getting so long.
Yes.
Oh, we have some Hermelinda and Dee. Hello, thank you so much.
So yeah, so we're going to pick a winner now for this one right here. So we're going to go over and we are going to pick a winner.
Yes, good luck everyone. Right, I'll just update that one. 30, wow. No one wants to craft the card, so do you want to win it?
Who's it going to be?
Ooh, Stampin' Sue Creates.
So
Congratulations.
great fun, but I celebrate. Okay,
Aww.
Excellent. So
yes.
Lovely. So Stampin' Sue, if you would like to message us, details are popping up along the screen right now. So if you can message us, please, at barryandj@mitosocrafts.com with your address details and you're happy to receive this card, and we'll pop it in the post to you. Doesn't matter where you live in the world as well. We will pop it to. We will send it anyway. Okay. So well done, Sue. Or I'm assuming Sue. Stampin' Sue Creates. So, excellent. Well done. That card is coming to you. Dun, dun, dun. Excellent. Okay, so we're going to be playing with the handband again some more this evening. And you've got me tonight. All me.
I wasn't allowed on.
No, he's banned from using. Go away, you scared everyone off last week. Well, you gave everyone a headache at least. So you're in for an easy night tonight, hopefully. And as mentioned, we're going to be using the hand pen once again. This does link us perfectly into us talking about our TNT, our all-day craft retreat, which we have got coming up on the 19th of June. No, when is it? 13th of June. Sorry, got the wrong day. That's another event which I'm going to on the 19th. So on the 13th of June, we have our all-day craft retreat, again open to UK and worldwide attendees. So if you would like to come with us and join us and 3 other demonstrators as well, we will be doing an all-day thing from simple Stamper Snack cards to Technique to 3D to home decor. we'll be playing with this stamp set as well. So you can head over to our website as well, mitosocrafts.com. You can see down in the, where is it, down here I think it is our address. So right there. You can head over to mitosocrafts.com, go and have a little look at our events and classes, and all of our classes are on there as well. So that's what we are doing. If you live in the UK, obviously the price includes the stamp set, but if you do have the stamp set already, it doesn't matter, you can swap it out for something else. The price is still the same thing, but you can then just pick to the value, I think it was £20, wasn't it, Jay?
Yes.
To the value of £20, you can pick whatever you like. So you can have a stamp set to the value of £20, or some papers, or a mixture of things up to £20. So it doesn't matter if you have already purchased this, you still can join us. All right. So, but you just need to contact us, book in, and email us saying, "Can I please swap it out, £20 worth of stuff for such and such, please?" And we'll organise that for you. So yes, there we go. Alright, so tonight's one I'm going to be using, let's grab this. So get your comments in, we'll see. I think I'm organised, but I don't know how organised. Because I prepped everything this morning before we went out for our soggy walk. We'll see what I have forgotten. So I think I've done pretty well tonight. Yes. So I'm going to cut my card base down here to 14.6 centimetres, as I would normally do, and I'm going to save the second piece for the second card. So I'm just going to pop that to one side there, and I will score at 10.5 centimetres. That one there, and that is my card base. I am going to take a bit of Evening Evergreen here, and I'm going to take this down to, just need a ruler there. Just want to double check my measurements on this one for a moment. So that there is 11, so that is 10. Okay. So I'll take that to 10. I want to take that to 14.1. So I want to take it just a fraction smaller than the card base by 10. Oh, it's raining so heavy out there tonight. Yeah, we went out to a lovely Wisley Gardens today, and it was very, very wet, but it was nice. So yeah, that's okay. That didn't look quite right. So that one right there, and then I am going to then take myself a bit of Whisper Basic White, and I'm going to take this down to 13.6. Actually, no, it's a little bit too tight on that. That's roughly about that size. I'll use that for another piece. I'll use a proper piece here. It was just on borderline on the edge, and when it's on the borderline on the edge, it goes a bit fuzzy. So I will take that to 9.5. That gives me a better cut when I've actually got something to cut through, by 13.6. Alright, so that's that. So I'm going to create my mat and layer there. Are you sticking up for me there, Mum? What's that? Be lenient with Barry tonight. We went out today, had a lovely time despite the raining. Yes, we're all very tired. We did have a little snooze when we got home though. So that's going to go right there. So that gives me my mat and my layer. Okay, so like that. I now need to run this through the embossing folder in a second. I'm going to see whether or not I can use some of these scraps right here. So I will, as I'm going to get some preparations done for this, I'm going to do myself some punching. So I've got the treasured tag punch right here, and I'm going to use this one, which is 1 inch, 1 inch and 2.5 centimeters wide. So I'm just going to go in like this, and I'm just going to punch one end out. So we have got this one right here. I'm going to do the same with some of the basic whites, but what I need to do is I just need to cut this first down to 3/4 of an inch. Sorry, I'm working in inches and centimetres here. I do apologise.
Hybrid card.
Yeah, hybrid card, working both. So 3/4 of an inch, which will be 1.9 centimetres. Which is the measurement for the next size down, so which then goes in. So you've got you with this one you can punch 3 times. So you've got the one which is 1 inch, then you've got 3/4 of an inch, and then you have 1/2 an inch. I do know in the catalogue it does give you the centimetre things as well, and on our other punches we have actually written the measurements down here. But then that can go in, and then I can then punch out, and then I get the next layer down, and then that's goes like that. So you can see you then get a nice equal edge. I will then work out in a second how big I actually want that to be. So at least I've got one side done already. I am going to do some stamping first as well, because whilst I've got the stamping out, I can then get the die cutting machine out and do it all at once. So I've got my bit of basic white here. Use that one there, and I'm going to stamp these lovely flowers in Memento. So I'm just going to ink this up, and I'm going to do 2 of these. And then we can then put the colours into them. I thought I brought the wrong colours over with me.
Steph said, I'll take the blame for the weather. I was on my knees for a good hour yesterday with my head in the oven, giving it a good clean up. I think she's had her kitchen done now.
Hey, that's good. So Steph, we blame you for the weather. Good. There we go, and I'm going to do that twice, so I would just stamp this second one down here. So again, I'm not too worried about it, just as long as I can got room in between for die cutting, because you do get a little bit of a white edge. Yes, you're saying, is it this particular label punch you like? I'm really loving all of these triple punches. I think they are all amazing. Very good. I would highly recommend that anyone has these types of punches in your stash, because they are perfect for any sentiment. You're not dictated by it being a certain length, so you can have it as, obviously if it's a small length you need, it's going to be a little bit tricky, because you're gonna struggle to get it in this. You're going to need to use some kind of sticky note to hold it. If you've got a long sentiment, anything, you can do all sorts of it. So these, especially the treasured tags punch, is great, and there's a couple others, and I can't quite remember the names of them. Maybe Jay can maybe tell me those in a moment. So good. So that's those. We are going to do some stamping of the leaves and the petals and so on. So let's give myself a little bit of room here.
Hello. What are you doing?
Suki, I think, has probably just joined Jay there. That's what you can hear.
Tommy.
Oh no, Tommy is trying to jump up on Jay's back. So I'm going to go with the Evening Evergreen here for the petals, for the leaves. And I'm going to then do these one here. So I just love, we're really enjoying playing with this set. And again, they're not designed to fit perfectly, so don't go trying to fit them in, because it's not going to work. But I think that's what makes it nice and easy. You know, you've heard me say that a few times now. It makes it nice and easy. So and then we go with a small one, and then that can go right there, and that one like that. And I'm just going to stamp off And then I'm just going to pop a little bit of green in the middle there. Just, it's not, again, I've said this before, it's not designed for that, but it just fills in that little bit. So that's those. I'm going to do polished pink. So I'm using Fresh Freesia an awful lot here. So, and that's that. There you go. So we're going to have a polished pink card. Tommy is hovering around me, and I've just got this horrible feeling he's going to jump on me. Which I think you may.
Come on. Come on.
I don't know. There was a video we did a little while back, and he did actually jump on me. He's giving me that vibe again. And then we'll just fill that top one in. Now, my prototype, I did 2 colours. I did the one flower in polished pink and one in Fresh Freesia. I've decided to now go all polished pink. So, and there we have it. So that's those ones right there. Just need to die cut this out. So again, they do come with their coordinating dies, which is lovely. And that's going to cut those out like that. So that's the only die cutting we're going to be doing for this one, is these two. So I'm going to bring in, I'm just going to clean these for a moment so I don't accidentally get myself dirty. So we love, well, I love, Jay is more of a chamois person. I'm a scrub. I like my stamping. I'm a scrubber. I like to scrub my stamps with the Stampin' Scrub. And Jay is more of a. You prefer the chamois, don't you?
Yes, I do.
So, which is good. So let's pop those to one side for a moment. I probably will need the Evening Evergreen one more time because I'm going to go with a coordinating colour with the stamps on that one. With the sentiment when I come to doing that part. So I'm going to do that, and I'm also going to be using the gorgeous Bark 3D embossing folder once again for this one. So let's just pop that to one side and just give myself a little bit of room. And I'm going to bring in this is this one. What, this set, Marion? Are you talking about your hand pens? It's lovely. I've seen so many good ideas out there with it. So that's going to go in like that. And there we go. And we'll just cut both of these out, and then as I've got the machine in front of me, I will then emboss the basic white layer as well. So we've got that one in there. There. That's good. Okay, hanky down. At least I'm not the only scrubber. Just
That sounds so funny.
It does sound funny. So that's that, and then I'm going to use the plates number 1 and 4 because I'm using the 3D embossing folder. So I've already got number 1 in there already, and I have got plate number 4, which is right here. So I'm going to then just do the piece which I done my mat and layer, so I prepared them like that. There's a part of me which is saying go slightly smaller. Because on my original I've gone quite edge to edge. I normally go quite small, don't I?
Yeah.
There's a part of me which is thinking I'm going to adjust my measurements slightly.
I'm liking my 1/8 inch border or 3mm border, which is normally quite small.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take my basic white slightly smaller, and I'll show it when I show you at the end. You'll see the original, and hopefully you'll see a difference. So I'm gonna take another 1/2 centimetre off of both sides, and I'll see. I still want to go again, so I'm going to take that down to 8.5 by 30 by 12.6. So I've got an 8.5 by 12.6, and I'm going to take this down to, what I said, 8.5. So I'm going to take this to 8.8. Just double check, which was then 12.6, so I would then take that to 12.9. So I'm then going to end up with a much smaller piece to work with, but I quite like this, how it looks. And I've just given myself a smaller border here as well, so when that goes on like that, I've got a bigger white edge, which I like at the moment. I think it keeps the cards nice, it keeps them clean and simple. So I've got those two pieces there. Let's just clear these bits up. So now what I can do is I can bring this one back in again with the machine, and I will emboss this. So I've got my plates number 1 and 4, and we use the 3D bark embossing folder. Now this doesn't belong with this suite, but it doesn't, just because it doesn't belong doesn't matter. But it is actually part of the Beauty of Friendship, or Beauty of the Earth suite, is this embossing folder. And yeah, but it's one of those ones when you first look at it and thought, don't know about that one. But the more I'm using it, the more I am enjoying it. I think it's really nice.
And our class is on Beauty of Friendship next.
Yes, and we are using the Beauty of Friendship in our next class coming up in 2 weeks' time. So it'll be a week on Tuesday that will be coming up. So there is still time to book in for that one there. So UK bookings close Tuesday, so that we can send the kits out to you. Worldwide bookings will close the day before the class, and you'll get the full PDF instructions, videos, replay, and yeah, that's that. So we have that, and it's just so, again, if you watched it from from Wednesday, you would have seen I use this one again then. I think it's just so nice. And this is what this card actually on, because I did on Wednesday, I did fresh freesia down the edge, and I didn't decide not to use it. So on my prototype, that's the piece which I used, but I just turned it over so that I had the 2 pieces, so I didn't actually waste it. But then that is going to go on like so. So I'm just going to use my Tombow, and I'm going to stick this down. So it just adds some real nice interest in the background. And that one there. So what's everyone saying? You're a chamois girl, Gian.
A couple of scrubbers.
Couple of scrubbers, good. Scrubbers, that's scrubbers that stick together. So there you go, so that's going on like that, and we've got a nice thin border. So that border which we tend to do is either 1/8 of an inch or 3mm is what we tend to take that to. So if you're thinking, oh, what size is it? it's always 1/8 or 3mm bigger than the basic white or whatever that is, which you want to mat and layer onto, and that is a perfect amount to give you that nice white, that nice edge, and then that can then get stuck straight down onto the card base. So I'm just going to mat and fold and burnish this here. Oh, and then I will then stick this straight onto my card base. So that one right there. Alright, so you can see there we've got a nice fat white edge, the nice evening evergreen layer, and then we've got the embossed basic white in the centre, like so. So all we really want to do now is I want to just think about my sentiment. So I now need to think about this with how wide I want it to be. So I kind of want it to come up around about, I kind of want it to come in around about here. So I'm just going to then trim this off. And I'd much rather start a little bit too big than too small. So I'm just going to come about 1/8 of an inch, 3mm where I put my pencil line. And then I will then pop this into my machine, into my punch again. And then I will then take that out. And it kind of then brings it down to where it was anyway. And then I'm just going to then gauge this, and then that's going to go like that. So which is perfect. I now need to bring in my sentiments. Oh, did I not get my sentiment ready?
Do you need anything?
No, I do not need anything. So we're going to go thanks on this one here. So the person that receives this is a nice little thank you card for you. And I am going to use a block. Right here. So I'm just going to pick that up like so. And just need to gauge this. I'm going to go here.
Woof, woof.
What?
I was talking about the bark embossing folder.
Jay's woofing at me. So I'm going to go about there, and again I'm going to take it a little bit bigger than that, and then it's easier for me to then gauge it afterwards. So in we go, and we'll take that edge off. And that didn't work out. I must have moved it, so I'm gonna need to cut myself a whole new thing. But at least I've got the idea of the size of it now. So I just need to cut myself. What I didn't, it must have moved in there, and I haven't got the even edge. And that's it. That's the problem you get when you have smaller pieces. But that's not an issue, because what I do is I just cut myself another piece here, which is 3/4 of an inch, 1.9 centimeters, and I just do it again. And you've all got those scraps in your stash, so if we make a slight little mistake, it's not a major issue. We'll just go back in one more time. This side's fine because I've got lots in there and it's not wobbling around. It's when you get the smaller areas, like I just did, which it will potentially move. But I'm not worried about this, because am I happy with the positioning of that? Yes, I am. That goes in there quite nicely. So I know that if I pop that here, use the bit which I had as an offcut, which will go there. I know that I need to just trim it off around about there. And then what I will do is I will do this on the trimmer. I'll cut this. I'll give myself a nice straight edge rather than using the scissors. That one. And I will just pay a bit more attention to this one going in. As you can see there, it's slightly off, so I'm just going to look at this on the back side now and then make sure that is evened and all straight, and then I will punch it out. And now I've got myself a nice even edge, which then fits in that quite nicely. So I'm happy with that now. But I think having a pencil, saving the offcuts from the first one you do, is the key to helping you out with your positioning. Otherwise it's completely sheer guesswork otherwise. You right there?
You want a drink?
No, I'm fine, thank you very much. So I'm going to use Evening Evergreen, and I'm just going to go Hanks on here because it's a nice dark colour. It's a nice alternative to just using black. And I'm just going to then stamp this in the centre of that. Just like so. And that's that one. It's good. I suppose that there is one thing I probably will need. But Jay's not in the room, so I'm going to have to go and get it myself.
No, what you need? I'm here. I can hear you.
It might be nice maybe if I have some of the in-colour gems.
Oh, the ribbons as well.
Yeah, pass some ribbons over. Let's have a little look, and we will see. Thank you very much. So I'm just going to then stick this. Thank you. Just going to then stick this onto the thingy here.
On the thingy.
On the thingy, on the banner, and then that goes in quite nicely. Like that. Okay. Well, we have a nice banner. And that's going to go in the centre, like so. I said, can't wait for the Christmas papers this year. I bet they will have this gorgeous green. There's one in the annual catalogue, Heather, already. Where is the annual catalogue? We'll have a little look at that in a moment. Which is the Christmas one, which I'm really loving at the moment. Joseph's going to find it.
I haven't found it.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's on page number 88 to 89. So you always got to remember that there's always Christmas in the annual catalogue when they bring it out. And for some reason, I didn't label that up very well. I stuck 2 pages together, didn't I? I'm going to have to snip that out. Oopsie, never mind. Which is this one right here. This one instantly looked at and gone. So it's a Tidings of Christmas one, and it has got these lovely colours in here. It's very very regal. I'm just loving this colour combination with the gold as well. I think is beautiful. So I think, yeah, if they're going to go anything like this, once the Christmas stuff comes out, I think we're in for a nice colour combination this year. But yes, this is a new set as well. So good. Oh no, sorry, we're talking about Christmas here in May. We haven't even got halfway through the year yet, and I'm talking about Christmas.
It's cold enough to be Christmas.
It is cold enough to be Christmas. I'm sure some of our, I'm sure there's some people who suffer a worse Christmas, colder Christmas than what we do. So that's that. I just need to just poke that out right there.
Mandy was like, no, Barry, don't.
Don't what?
With the gem setting, because it's a 1.
Oh. And that's going to go in like so. And then that there is then going to then go on the centre like that. Alright, so all I need to do is just pop a little bit of glue behind the flowers here. I'm only going to stick the flowers down on like these bottom leaves and things, so it's a little bit freer to move around on the top parts. So it's going to go in like that. Mandy wants a cup of tea.
I know, I was going to say I'll make a lovely nice cup of tea.
He does. Most of the time.
All the time? You love my tea.
I do. He has to make the last cup of tea of the evening. The bedtime tea. Oh, I've only asked once, haven't I, Mandy?
Yeah.
Did you get 0 then?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, he had a
There's
lot
a few.
of he had a lot of faith in me tonight.
There's a few that went 0 because
Oh, really?
you were so organized. You made them believe.
I did make them believe. I'm so sorry. So, and then we're just going to then pop. You watch. I need to use the gems now just to make it worthwhile, hadn't I? So I'm just going to then just snip into some of these and add some height to this. Just do, because it's going on some texture as well, I'm going to make sure that's nice and stuck. Again, there's a comment which came through the other day on one of our other videos, so I'm not sure if the lady, I can't remember who it was who commented, but asked again why we use lines on our dimensionals. So if you're wondering, it was just purely to see what ones we have and haven't taken the backing papers off. So at a glance, you can go, what if you've removed anything, rather than putting your greasy fingers on them and taking the tack away. And it's just easier, especially because we craft in low light sometimes, with just the ring light which we're using on here.
How much dimension?
Did you just not listen to my explanation?
No, I didn't. I was reading. I can't listen and read.
And that's that. So I just need to finish this off with a few gems, as I made you lose Mandy. So I need to make sure I use them.
Yes.
So I'm going to grab my take your pick tool. So now I've just got a decision, where do I put these? So initially I was thinking either side over here. So I will use the coordinating one, or I might just go one there. Because if I go on here, I'm going to add more height to it, so which makes it harder for posting. So I'm going to keep it on the background. And there we have it. We've just got a couple of gems on there. Ready. So that's card number 1. I will show you the original, which I had, which was that one right there. So that was my prototype, which I made off camera, and this is what I've made just now. So you can see I've done a smaller border around this one, made the whole thing slightly smaller, so the card itself is exactly the same size, but I've kind of just compressed everything down into smaller areas, which is a lot more concentrated, and I quite like this. So let me know, do you prefer the original, or the original one here, or do you like the one I've made tonight? So yeah, let us know. But I quite like this. I really like white, a large white edge. I think it just makes things just pop a little bit more. It frames it and stands it out. So good, so there is card number 1 for you. I'm just going to reset myself. Jay's going to just, if there's any comments coming in, Jay will get me to answer them whilst I get ready.
Everyone's just saying beautiful card, really beautiful, gorgeous card, that's lovely. Anne loves the light one in one color, so do I agree.
Yeah.
Heather like card number 2 better, so I'm guessing your card number 2 is the light one. Prefer the second one, yeah, very beautiful. The one you just made, yeah. So
Yeah.
sometimes doing the live one is it changes it up, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. So I come up with the idea and then I come live to it and then I just change it. So that's good. All right, so.
And Anne, we received your email. Thank you.
Oh yes, Anne, we did receive your email the other day. So yes, and you're a lovely project. Thank you very much for sharing that with us. Yeah, please feel free to share that as well on our other
once you've,
yeah.
swapped it.
Once you've swapped it and you want to share it with others, please share it over on our Crafty Stampers page as well. I'm sure everyone else would really appreciate seeing it as well. But it was really nice. Thank you so much for emailing us with that. So good. I'm going to pop that to one side then, and then we are going to then move on to card number 2. So I do just need some more. I don't need that one, but I do need that one. So just make sure you don't see the original. So I think I'm doing a slightly different colour variation on this particular one. So I've got my card bases here. So again, we're using the cardstock. So the in-colour cardstock is what we are using. Oh.
Mandy was like, I don't think embellishments were worth it, Barry. Oh, I love those embellishments. That's going to be our free customer gifts.
They are our freebie customer gifts. Yeah, we really like them. Oh dear, what's happened there? That's one of the Japanese labels which has just come off, so I will then just stick that somewhere. I'll just stick it back on the back where it came from. So good. All right. Oh, am I going to be able to do this? Yes, I will, because I have got the right colour with me. Because my original one, I have used pale papaya, but I'm going to go fresh freesia for this particular one. So, because I think that's, so I'm going to change it up. So I've gone pale papaya on my original, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the colour here. Now this isn't fresh freesia. This colour I think is going to be, let's have a little look at the recipe list on here, is going to be Blushing Bride. So this is a Blushing Bride colour. But I'm going to go with fresh freesia right here. Oh, do I ask Jay for the Blushing Bride ink pad? I will try it in fresh freesia first, and if I really don't like it, then I'll go for the coordinating colour. We'll see what fresh freesia and fresh freesia and Blushing Bride look like. I just want to pop this stamp away before I lose it, because I don't want to go hunting around for another leaf on the floor.
Oh yeah.
Oh, see, you're going to need to get a little baggy, Jay, for all of these little bits. So good. Alright, so I've got my card base. We will cut this down to the standard size again, so 14.6 by 10 and score at 10.5. And that is going to give me my card base. Which is that one. I am going to fold and burnish that. So that's alright. So that's good. I will now take some spare basic white, and I'm going to stamp the other flower this time here. So we're using the 2 main flowers, so we're getting good use out of this set today.
Maureen asked, do your cats try to eat the stamps?
No, they don't try to eat the stamps, but they eat the paper. No, they've never paid any attention to the stamps at all. But Tommy is a hoover for paper. He saves us a lot of time on housework.
Yeah.
We're always telling him off, so that's saying, stop eating the paper. What are you eating now? It's just after me. I don't eat the paper, but I'm always kind of like going, Jason, what are you eating now?
No, I don't say it like that. You make me sound so mean.
So, we're doing that. right there. Alright, so that's really, really pretty. Then we're going to take the fresh freesia, and we are then going to then do the coordinating stamps for the petals. So we're going to go that one there. That one there. So we're going to have to see, I'm going to ask you in a moment, is fresh freesia going to be okay with the blushing bride? And we're going to have to see whether or not you want me to do it again in with the coordinating ink. So I think that's going to go with each other okay, isn't it? Do you agree? Or do you want me to do it in the coordinating colour? Actually, I do need that large stamp. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean a small flower. Yes, it is, Maureen. Hand penned.
Too slow, I managed.
That one can go in there, and then I can then use that block for that one right there. That's good. And so we're going to then go with the, where is it? So I'm using the soft succulent here. So I think the only colour again I haven't used tonight is the pale papaya, but I did use that on the prototype, so that's why I wanted to show you the difference tonight. So we're going with the soft succulents. This is a lighter shade of green for the petals. And I think it's a nice shade of green actually for the leaves or petals, whatever you want to call them. They're leaves, aren't they? You can tell I'm not a gardener.
Judy said it looks nice together.
Good, good. Excellent.
Christine said love those colors together. Betty says looks okay to me. Angela
Lovely.
agrees. Mandy says looks good.
And I'm guessing all of you lot have guessed that one, have you? Because you don't want me to ask for a second colour. Excellent. So that's those clean just so that I don't get those dirty. Pop those.
Always stamp off first.
I could, yes. So that's that one right there. So we're going to run that through the die cutting machine once again. So I'm just going to take the the pen flower dies, and we are going to just cut that one out right there. So that's all I'm going to do. I have actually already gone ahead and gone and cut myself some, if I've got the right box, yes, because I've just gone ahead of time and I've gone and cut myself some of these flowers, and I'm going to take myself one of the label dies from the Tasteful Labels. So I'm using this circle die here from the Tasteful Labels dies. Again, I think this is a bit of a staple one as well. I think everybody should have something like this in your stash, so that it comes in very handy. So let's go there. So I just need to cut these flowers out first, and then I'm going to then cut my designer series paper and the layer down to size, and then do some more die cutting. So let's bring those in there. Let's just move these out of the way of Steve. A little bit of a... I have to explain that now. Steve is our microphone, but instead of calling it, can you get me the mic now? We call it Steve. So it's just something was like, oh, can you get Steve? And we both know what we're talking about. We think it's funny. So small things So I'm just going to pop this in and cut this out here. So yeah, so if ever you hear us referring to Steve, we're talking about our microphone. And that's another reason why, because Steve is in the way. So we always get asked the question, so why do you come back sometimes? Well, it's because I've got the microphone in the way. And right here. So it's just literally the opposite side of this this machine. So I have to come back. But I do that sometimes as well when crafting. I would always go, but sometimes go forward and backwards as well. Just to make sure that things have cut. More so with the other machine which we had, because the pressure on that one weakened. The pressure on this hasn't gone yet, which is, I think, which is a testament to how good the machine actually is. It's not a cheap machine. It is more expensive than a lot of the others, but I think you pay for what you get. It's one of those things, you pay for quality, and this is one thing I'm happy to say. You pay for the quality, and it's good quality. So I've got this. I'm going to cut myself a bit of the soft succulent cardstock down to size here. So I am going.
Morrison, you guys name everything.
What's that?
Maureen said, you guys name everything.
Name?
Yeah, because we called Steve.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm a bit behind it.
Hi, Steve. Come back, Steve.
So 9. I'm going to go 9.3.
Joe had said that's weird, Barry.
What? Did we call it Steve?
Yeah. Okay, Heather says, don't you find the new machine cuts more cleanly than the former?
I do. I agree with you completely there, Heather. The new machine does cut. Yeah, and I think you get good cuts first time round as well, which is one thing which I'm really happy with. That how, especially on some of the intricate cuts which you have, the die cuts, I think you do get a much cleaner cut. And we use our machine an awful lot. So, oh, and I've gone and cut that wrong now. Never mind. I wasn't concentrating. Yeah, and we use ours an awful lot.
Mandy said, I named my vacuum Roger.
Okay.
Why Roger? That's funny.
So 13.1. Okay, I know what I did wrong. That there can be for another layer on later on, but I need to take this to 13.4, not 13.1. And what size did I do that one there? That was 9.3. I'll just double check. Yeah. So we take that to 9.3. That's better. That's the correct size now. So we've got some offcuts here which we can do something with. Again, at another point, it's just slightly too small, so we'll just go with a nice small layer later on. So I'm now going to take my designer series paper and I'm going to cut this to 9. So I've got gone 1/8 or 3 millimeters smaller than the other one by 13.1. So this is what needed to be 13.1. And that should then be a nice matte and layer for that one right here. Okay. And then I'm going to then stick this paper directly. So it's a shame to cover up this beautiful floral side, but I needed something which was neutral and one tone. So it's going to go there. And I think that works. Soft succulent with that nice shade of blushing bride. rather than going with a dark colour. I think it just works, and it still pops off of once it's on the page. It then pops off of that quite nicely. So I can go ahead and I will stick this one down as well. So I'm not going to be long now. Actually, this is nearly finished. So if you do want to win the first card which we made, or want to be in with a chance of winning that first card we made, then if you haven't done so already, get your comments in. Jay is frantically writing all of your names down.
Yes.
The DSP there, Joanne, see the comment there, is the hand pen designer series paper. So it's you've got some nice neutral side one side, and then you've got the floral side the other. It's a really nice paper. It's really pretty. So yeah, it's called hand penned designer series paper. Okay. I know I had that problem, Mandy. Obviously, for anyone who can't see the comment or hasn't seen it, it's just said it's annoying when you get a piece of paper where you like both sides. I had that problem. If you watched the Fun Fold Friday, which I just did on Friday, just gone. When? When? I had the same problem. The piece of paper I decided to use was lovely on both sides. And it was like, oh, really? And it's always the way, isn't it? So that is going to go in the top corner right here. So I just need to grab my dimensionals one more time. And I think the fresh freezer works well with this. I think it just pops off the page quite nicely. So I'm just going to just pop these around this. I want this stuck, as you can see. So now when you have lots of dimensionals on your card, you can quite easily see what ones you have removed your backing from. So any questions at all, Jay? No.
Joanne loves anything pink.
Good. So, yeah, so if you like anything you see us using, you can shop with us. Our links to our online shop can be found down below in the description. Obviously, if you can't shop with us because you live in other countries, or if you do, or if you're a demonstrator, obviously, which means that you can't shop with us, or it'd be silly for you to shop with us, because obviously you'll get the discounts yourself. We do have donate buttons as well, so if you want to help support our channel, you can donate to us, and it just helps us grow and continue to bring these videos. So that's that. So that's that one right there. Pop that to one side. Now I'm going to grab this. I'm going to die cut this Tasteful Labels die right here with this circular one. And I'm just going to pop that down. So I now just kind of need to try and find, it doesn't really matter actually, just trying to think about the pattern.
Angelina says, nice cards, Barry, nice soft covers.
Thank you, Angelina.
Stunning cards.
See, this is why I love this one here. Can you just see the detail which you've got? So the Tasteful Labels dies, again, this particular die, you can see you've got the innie and the outie, where it's where it die cuts this lovely stitching on the actual piece, but it actually leaves a nice pattern around here. So you could quite easily do that, and then you've got that cut down to size, and then put that on some dimensionals, and then you've got a nice pattern either side as well. And so I just love these ones where they Good, okay. But you've got so many different varieties in the Tasteful Labels dies that you've got some, they're not all stitched, you've got some which is going to give you some embossing lines as well. If I just show you, it'll be easier for me to show you because we've got it on our lovely mat here. So you can see you've got that one there, you've got one here which has got no stitching on it, but which has got a scalloped edge. Then you've got the stitching on this banner, on this label right here, but then this one hasn't got nothing, it's just got a little bit, very tiny embossed line around it, stitching here, and then you've got your stitching, but then you've got an embossed line around these ones right here. I don't know, can you see, I don't know if that's showing up on camera if it's too bright. Not sure if you can see it there, but you've got a very, very faint embossing, which I think it just adds some really nice, and they're nice sizes as well. So you've got some which are suitable for your small dies and small sentiments even, up to your big, large sentiments. So it's definitely one which is, we use this an awful lot. Very happy that this has continued over, because it is one which we go to a few times. So I'm going to take this, I am going to find my sentiments, and I'm going to do this in black, so I'm going to use Memento. I'm going to do something I don't normally do and actually stamp on. What are you laughing at?
No, that was like.
Have I got any dimensionals left?
Did you stick enough dimensionals on that floral piece?
Yeah, I think it's down. So anything is possible. I think it's a sentiment I'm going to put on this one again. I think this is a nice words of encouragement sentiment, and we're going to just pop this on. So I just want to try and make sure we get this on here, and we're going to go anything is possible, and we're going to stamp that in the center like that. And I like that, the fact that it's on the designer series paper rather than just a stamping on your normal basic white all the time. We're using it, which is why this the paper I needed to be subtle enough that any sentiment on it wasn't going to get lost, because if I'd stamped on that side, it was just, you were just going to lose it completely. So it needed to be subtle, which is why the opposite side of this paper, with what I've used here, is perfect for being able to do stamping on it. So I've got myself some nice detail on this sentiment panel, but it isn't too overpowering. So what I'm going to need to do, some more dimensionals.
One is enough.
And I'm going to stick this here. So one probably is enough actually. So I just need to pop a dimensional down at the bottom, down here, because I need that to go on like that, and then I'll pop a bit of glue up here. So a bit of glue in the top part right here. So yes, we are nearly finished. We're just going to pop a few finishing touches on here, because we're covering up some of this lovely greenery. What we need is this one right here and the other piece, so a little bit of greenery here.
Nola just asked, I just saw the Give It a Whirl die being used. Do you guys have that one?
We do have that one. Yes, we have just received it this week, and we are really looking forward to playing with that one. I think we're doing a class with it as well, aren't we? It's in July. So we've got a while to go. Well, I'll say a while. We're nearly into June.
But we'll be playing with it.
But we will be playing with it before then. But yeah, we will be having a class coming up with it in July. That's what we decided, as well. But yeah, we will be playing with it, Give It a Whirl very soon, I'm sure.
Can you just tell Maureen, she asked what set is it? It's a standalone die, isn't it?
What, for the Give It a Whirl?
Yeah, it's a standalone die. It doesn't come in a bundle, but it coordinates with
Let's
Stella.
go with, let's go see it. It's on the same page as Stellar Birthdays. So, Stellar Birthday is on page 57. and it's one which you can quite easily lose and not realise because it's not really advertised too well. Here's the Stella birthday, and this is what they've used to give it a well. So it's these spinner cards. You will probably need to buy some brads with it as well to make sure to help it spin. But this is it. So it allows you to create this spinner effect, and then pop your different sentiments or different pictures. And this is why this one works lovely with it, because it's got some nice small ones which will then fit in that one quite nicely. But we're yet to play with it and yet to actually see what we can do with it, what options there are, what sizes it is. But yeah, it's on page 57 and it is the Give It a Whirl dies. So £36 or €47 is there. And then you can, I would also maybe think about getting the round and square brads as well to make it easier for making it spin. Okay, so that's that particular one right there. I don't think they've got any other examples of to Give It a Whirl in here. No, they really. I think Stampin' Up are trying to keep that one a secret. They don't want it to sell out too quickly. So there we have it. There is my second card. I really like that one there. I think it's quite pretty. It's quite simple. That was my original one, which I did, which was with the pale papaya. So you can see I've used the same papers. So it's the Hand Pen Designer Series paper again, but I've used the pale papaya one and kept it tone on tone. And again, the sentiment, it was subtle enough that the sentiment still was able to pop off of that one. And I quite like this actually with the Blushing Bride and the Fresh Freesia. I think has worked quite nicely as well. I think it just makes that pop off the page just a little bit more. So good, there we have it. There is my 2 cards. So we had card number 1 and card number 2. What one do you prefer out of those though? Let's just ask you, Pale Papaya or the Fresh Freesia? What one is your favourite there? And whilst you're getting your comments in, that gives me just a few seconds just to tidy up a little bit so that we can then get your get ready for a draw. So one person is going to win the first card. So this one right here. So I hope you enjoyed that this evening, but do stay tuned for the draw. We will do it very, very soon. Jay's panicking, so he's trying to frantically get everyone's names in. So, good. So Jay's going to show you some stuff. What else? Have you got my Funfold Friday over there at all? So if you missed a Funfold Friday on Friday, then this was the card which I made. So it is a diorama card requested to us. So it's one of these ones which can be posted flat, like so. Just need to manipulate that a little bit, like that. And then when you open it, you then get the inside, and it then will stand up. So it's suitable for standing up. It will be as a card like that. Nice and simple, but then just the inside is just different. And just the technique which I've done for actually explaining how this is actually built is so simple that you can use this card and decorate it however you wish. We've seen lots of butterflies on here. You can do all sorts. You can build a flower arrangement on the inside. But just having the idea of how the actual fold works, which is what the whole idea of the Fun Fold Friday is. It's not necessarily to you can only just use that stamp set as the only one which is going to work. I want to try and teach you ways that you can then go, I want something fancy, but use what you've got. Obviously, if you want to buy the stuff from us, then you can do, but we want to teach you. So lovely. So what was the answer anyway? Was it the Pale Papaya pink for me? Me to the pink Freesia. More. The Fresh Freesia, yeah. I think it's a bit of a mix. It's a mixer. I do like both of them actually. I think the Pale Papaya is really, really nice. I'm really happy with the Pale Papaya.
I like both.
But I do like both. But I didn't want to do an exact replica, so I wanted to do a different colour just to show you the other colours in the set as well. So I'm really happy with both of them. Tommy wants to join in as well. What one do you like? Do you like this one? Do you agree?
No, he's actually going to.
She's gonna get on it. So good. So Jay's just going to show you some more cards whilst I just get the next fee, whilst I get the live draw ready.
So yes, so Barry did a hop on Saturday using the Quiet Meadow, I believe.
It is, yes.
For the Casually Crafting blog hop. So it's a worldwide hop. The idea is for casual crafters, but he stepped it up slightly with a bit of layering and punching as well on there.
Heat embossing on both of them, but I
Yeah.
suppose if you didn't want to do the heat embossing, then you could then just swap that out for just your basic white and then Stampin' Black is what you could do. You don't
That's
have
it.
to do it that way.
And I love that you done tone on tone. So all of the new in colors have got matching Stampin' blends, which is amazing. So that's cool. And the Gentleman Crafters blog hop was on Friday. So this one using hand penned as well. So using the fillers or the inners, as Barry would,
The innies.
the innies. So using that, creating grasses and stems for, that's actually from this one. So creating the grass with that one.
Wow, that's interesting.
And then using the fillers as stamps, and then a matching or a coordinating tag, I guess, and trying to, I colored it and I thought I'll just change it up how the way I colored, and I actually left some gaps and used the paper as the highlight instead of using color lifter. So, and again using the same stamps to create a border. But I've got another idea with using this stamp image and creating patterns with it. Ooh.
Ooh.
So yes, so we are just going to add your names.
So I'm just going to add one more because it looked like it was a name which wasn't there.
Oh wow, yeah. No.
So Paula Loves Art, you got the last name to go in. So let's see. I just want to say I don't recognise that name on the list. So we are going to bring that over.
And this one, isn't it?
It is. So we're going to be winning the first card. So let's bring that one up. So
Cool.
Jay is going to...
So good luck, everyone. Janelle!
Janelle!
Wow! Congratulations!
Whoop, whoop. There we go. You know the rules. Barry and Jay at mitosucrafts.com. Email us your details, please. Even though you may have done it already, we still need to have just a paper trail, your confirmation you're happy with for us to send. It's just it's easy for us to track who we need to send to.
Yes.
So well done, Janelle. Let's
Cool.
remove
So
that
yes.
one right there.
So you've won this card. Amazing. Yeah, everyone's loving the bark 3D embossing folder. I need to use it more and create something with that. That's amazing. And if you'd love to win this card, don't forget to come back and pop in a comment. And you'll be put into the random draw on the next live stream, which is on Wednesday.
Yes, it will. So comments down below for that one in the comments down below. Good.
Cool. Thank you so much. Don't forget to hit that like button as well and subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so.
And yes, I think that's it.
That
we
is
will
it.
see you same time, same place on Wednesday, 7 p.m.
Take care.
Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.